I'm in digital marketing and I get a lot of the time questions about how I stay up to date with trends or how can I predict the next big trend when it comes to marketing. And I'm going to let you in on just my kind of rule of thumb of how I know when something is going to strike big. So I can't, I'm not like some genie where I can predict the future or anything like that. I don't think anybody can do that, but I can see when things are starting to get momentum and kind of determine if they're going to really make it big. And how I do that is I have to determine if what the opposite is really extreme, okay? Let me give an example. I know if you're on TikTok, you're seeing all these Gen Zers who are like, oh my gosh, elder millennials had it right with these flip phones. These are awesome. And there's this trend of where they're going out now with old school flip phones because they don't want to take away from the night. They want to live in the moment because, we are so obsessed with our phones lately. And now this new generation is like, we want the exact opposite. And so for me, I don't think that that's just going to be like this cutesy little trend. I think we're going to see a big wave of that coming back, and there's going to be phones that are coming out that are specifically for that purpose. Like people aren't going to want to use their retro phones because they are still going to want to do, a little something better on their phones, right? Than just being able to play Snake and text, archaic way of texting and making calls. So I think we will see phones coming out that are very retro style and very, very minimal. And so for me, I'm always like, what are everybody overly consumed about and have been overly consumed about for a little while that they're going to start craving the exact opposite? And when I see that exact opposite of something start to happen, right? I couldn't have predicted that people are going to want to go back to using flip phones, but I started to see that people wanted to use flip phones. And I was like, okay, I know that that's going to be a huge thing. And this plays huge into fashion and to like skincare products. We're seeing this whole movement of de-influencing where it's like, get down to the bare basics. Like you don't need a massive skincare routine. And I don't think that that's going to be a minimal trend. I think that that's really going to take off and we're going to see products that reflect that. So that's just kind of my rule of thumb of how I think or predict things are going to take off. And then I leverage that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.